Hello Pisces, and welcome back to my channel. This is Awaken Healings with Jess. I'm here to bring you your general reading for the month of April. So this is general. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Some things may resonate with you, some not so much, and that's okay. Either just make sure you check your moon sign, rising sign, and Venus sign as well, because there may be other messages in there for you. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using the Good Tarot deck, and let's just see what comes out. So I hope you all are doing well as we navigate this interesting time in our life and in our history. It's unprecedented times to be dealing with a massive pandemic of this magnitude and scale. But it is causing many of us to pause, reflect, and think about who we are, what we are, and where we're going, especially where we've been, right? Yeah, this is definitely no accident of what's going on here. Ooh, cards are flying. But yeah, so Spirit has really been in touch with me a lot recently. I've been doing a lot of shamanic journeying to the spirit world to receive messages and downloads for the collective. And I've been working on some of my stuff, and then also been working on the weekly woke messages too. So check those out if you haven't done so. Those are usually produced on Sundays. They are general in nature. They're more of a higher vibrational, higher level spiritual message that's coming through for the collective. So I encourage all of y'all to check those out, because the messages that come through are truly beautiful and truly unique to what's coming through with the zodiac signs. Also, I've been busy launching my website. So I do have a website that is published. We have a bonus card. It is awakenedhealings.org. awakenedhealings.org. So if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, please check that out. I do have my price list for readings, distance healing. I do Reiki. I'm also a shamanic practitioner. So there's services that may appeal to you, especially healing services, energy work. In addition to readings, I also offer compassionate listening sessions as well. So those are non-tarot guided discussion sessions. Basically, it's what you want to discuss prior to you purchasing any services. So that is a service in and of itself, but it's a good way to sort of talk about why you're interested in working with me, looking at the services I offer, and then seeing how we can formulate a plan forward with you and what would actually be in your best interest and how many sessions and so forth. All right, so awakenhealings.org, please check that out. Okay, so what I've done is I have pulled your Celtic Cross for you using the Good Tarot deck. So I'm just going to take a moment to flip these and see what's coming through for you all, my lovely Pisces. And you do have a bonus card, so I'm going to put that one up here. Let's see what we've got. Make some space. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is going to be a good one for you all. All right, so let's check in with the energy of bottom of the deck, and that is the Hierophant in reverse. So I get the sense, Pisces, that many of you are working on your spirituality right now. The Hierophant discusses spiritual studying, an interest in spirituality, interest in spiritual teaching. So maybe you're reading up on various spiritual topics, maybe different types of religions or philosophies of thought. Some of you may be taking courses. Maybe a lot of you are natural healers, Pisces, so you may be working on Reiki courses, meditation courses, tarot card courses, things of that nature. Hypnotist is what I'm hearing. So some of you, or some or one of you, is working on the hypnotist or hypnotherapy certification. But yeah, because the Hierophant is coming in reverse, this is us sort of bucking conventionality, and it's saying, okay, look, I understand the philosophy of thought that I grew up with, and I understand, that particular religion or that particular group believes in this way of thinking, and this is how it's structured, and this is the framework for it. That's no longer working for me. And now I'm blazing a new path for my spirituality and defining what that means for me. So I feel like Pisces, that's what a lot of us are going through right now, including myself, because I am a fellow Pisces. And it's no wonder, given what's going on in the world right now with this global pandemic, it is causing a mass awakening in consciousness for all of us. This pandemic is no accident. If you haven't seen my weekly woke messages, I highly encourage you to check those out, because they do go into detail about this pandemic. So if you haven't, I'll go ahead and summarize. So what basically is going on is that this is a massive awakening. It is a massive call to spiritual arms, so to speak. So a lot of us light workers are being called up to shine our light and be the light for those who are still, fumbling around in the darkness, to show them the way out. We are being gifted with a new normal. Life as we previously knew it no longer exists. It's not supposed to. It's not supposed to. What this pandemic was meant to do was meant to shake every single human being on this earth up. It was meant to impact every single one of us in some shape, form, or fashion. Some souls came to earth specifically to sacrifice themselves, meaning they chose to die in this pandemic. And without so much death and destruction, many of us would be unfazed by what was going on, with the situation. And that's just how it is. The universe had to create such contrast in order to grab the attention of every single human being on this earth. And it had to be done in a massive and dramatic manner in order to get all of us to literally stop and pause and reflect about who we are now, who we were yesterday, who we were several years ago. And now that our sense of normalcy has been shooken up, we are now living in an altered way of living. We now have the chance to hit the reset button and think about what we want to do differently and how we want to be better people once this pandemic clears and once we're able to go back to work, go back to our normal lives. And again, normal is going to be different. This is an opportunity for us to take a step back and say, all right, I want this to stay the same, but I want all this to change, right? And it's giving us the platform and the time and the energy and the resources to say, okay, that's no longer going to work for me. So when I do go back to work, or when the kids do go back to school, or when the economy finally opens up, here's what I want to do differently, because it's going to be better for me, better for my family, better for my community, right? Yeah, so the Hierophant reverse is a big, it's a big spiritual card, but it's allowing us to recreate and reformulate our spiritual values, our spiritual morals and ethics, and how we want to present ourselves in this world, and how we want to go through life, and what it is that we really want to believe in and what we're following. Basically, it's redefining our truth, our authentic truth at our core, at our initial core. Okay, so that's the bottom of the deck reading. So let's get started. So Pisces, with you all, you're being represented as the Two of Earth. Decisions, confusion. I feel like this is a rebalancing of priorities, right? I feel like this is, again, weighing your options and considering what stays and what goes, because crossing you is 5 of water in reverse. 5 of Cups, essentially, right? So this is you basically weighing your options, looking at what works and what's not, and saying, okay, this stays and that's got to go. And yeah, you're no longer crying over spilled milk. You're no longer sweating the small stuff, because some of you are really dealing with some big issues, big, heavy issues. There's a lot of unemployment right now in this country. There's a lot of folks who are out of work, uncertainty about how to pay the bills, how to pay the mortgage, how to purchase food, and so forth. Some of you may be sick, maybe dealing with either the coronavirus itself or maybe some other health issues. But again, health insurance is a thing. Getting proper medical care is also a thing. So I feel like with so much important decisions and so many important matters in front of us, you're letting go of the bullshit details, and you're really looking at your lives and saying, all right, look, here's what really matters. All that stuff I used to sweat before the pandemic, no more. All that gotta go. Gotta go, because now you're only focusing on what's truly important to you, Pisces. All right. So, foundational, the reason for the reading is love, the Lover's card. Yeah, I feel like, Pisces, this is not only romantic love, but I feel like this is love of self, love of your family, love of your friends, love of community, love of humanity on a global scale, right? So love is all around us. Love is what's going to get us through this entire situation, however it works out, however it evolves. But you have to love yourself first. You have to be in alignment with who you are and what your truth is in order for you to be a better lover for your romantic partner, a better spouse, for your spouse, a better parent to your children. You just have to be in alignment with your truth and lead from heart-centeredness and lead with kindness and generosity, because that's what's going to get all of us through this, right? This pandemic is the great equalizer. It does not discriminate against the haves and the have-nots. It's going to attack whomever it attacks randomly. That's why it's really important for us to really take care of ourselves and really look out for one another. There's a lot of people out there who don't have it so easy and who are struggling, to get the basics. So with love, it's extending compassion and empathy, to your fellow neighbor, to your friends, to a stranger in need, right? Do that random act of kindness. If they need cleaning products and you have extra, help someone out. If someone needs some food, help someone out. If you offer a service, help someone out. All that is an act of love, okay? So it's love on the big scale. It's not just, love within our own immediate microcosm, but it's expanding ourselves outward. All right, so 5 of air, this is the past. You're letting go of the drama. You're letting go of the arguments. You're letting go of the debates, the drama. You no longer have to be right. So I feel like you are picking your battles. This is sitting in the past position. So it's like, okay, I think, Pisces, you're understanding that you've got bigger fish to fry, and the stuff that you used to sweat back in the day, it's no longer a thing. So you are doing a big release, because you're undergoing a transformation. This is the 13 card. This is the death card in the regular Rider-Waite tarot deck. It's coming in reversed. So I feel like there's a bit of resistance here and there about who you're evolving into, what you're becoming, who you're, what's the future looking like. But then I think you're also going internal introspection about who you are, and sort of what all this means to you, and how it's going to fit into your new version of self, and how all this new normal, what that means for you, and how it's going to play out, and how you're going to take the lessons of today and apply it to tomorrow, when things do go back to our new normal, our new normal. So yeah, it's about us just sort of letting go of the past and letting go of things that just weren't working for us, letting go of the labels and really getting back to our authentic selves. Yeah, so in your near future, Ace of Fire coming in reverse. So I feel like, Pisces, this is you, with the transformation card, just really looking for inspiration and guidance. And you're figuring it out. You're like, okay, what is it that's going to spark my interest now? What is it that I want to pay attention to? What is it that I want to devote my time, effort, and energy towards, right? And since so many of us have so much time on our hands, some of you may be working on businesses, side businesses, blogs, art projects. Maybe you're going after that dream that you've always thought about, and now you have the time. It's like, you know what? I can really do something with this. I can really, not only make it a dream, but make that dream a reality, make it tangible. And you're looking for that spark. You're getting into alignment with this new energy. Yeah, transformation, and the Ace of Fire, which is Ace of Wands, is coming in for you. So things are starting to form for you. Things are starting to line up. Surrender, allow those changes to happen, and just really just get in touch with who you are. Because once you settle into your energy, once you settle into your purpose, all of this will go upright for you, Pisces, all right? All right, Justice is next, reversed. I feel like this is the energy settling. We have, the Libra full moon tomorrow, the 7th of April. And I feel like with the Justice card coming in reversed, I feel like this is all about balance. Balance with a new normal, with a new energy, with a new way of being, of behaving, I mean, we're all social distancing. This is not normal. This is not new for us. And you may be feeling off. You may be feeling off-centered, off-kiltered, out of balance. You may be feeling distant, uncomfortable, detached from people. But you're not. There's so many ways to connect with people online, or FaceTime, phone calls, text messages, It doesn't have to be, just, that physical contact, although it's very important. But right now, things are off kilter and things are rebalancing. Because again, we're entering a new phase of being. This pandemic was meant to shake us up, every single one of us. Yeah, so in your environment, you have the Three of Water. So you are feeling a little bit alone, Pisces. This is Three of Cups reversed in the regular Rider-Waite Tarot deck. So you have Three of Water reversed. You're feeling a bit socially, you are social distancing, as many of us are, but you may be feeling a bit depressed for some of us, maybe a bit melancholy, but don't go there. Don't go there. There's so many ways to connect with people, to maintain, that contact, to maintain presence, right? No one's forgetting you. For some of you, I feel like some of you are kind of going, I'm hearing melancholy. Someone out there is feeling melancholy. If you need help, give me a call. Check out my website again, awakenhealings.org. There may be some services there that I may be able to help you out with. But yeah, you're not alone, all right? So right now, this is a great time for many of us to turn within and to really take advantage of this downtime. I'm using this downtime to really, get into my spirituality, read books, increase my knowledge on various topics, as well as doing things around the house, house projects, things that I couldn't do, working a regular 9 to 5. Now that I'm home, it's like, okay, great. How can I improve my inner world? What can I do? How can I stay busy? How can I stay creative? So things of that nature. So yes, for me, the Three of Cups is very much a real thing. I am, socially distancing as required, but I'm still feeling very grounded and inspired by, by this free time, by this epidemic, by what's going on a spiritual level, because it really is a massive, massive awakening, a massive spiritual call to arms. And I am feeling like it's time for us to reach out to the collective and really speak the words that Spirit needs us to say. And Spirit is talking to you all through these cards and using me as their instrument. So hopes and fears, Page of Air. Yeah, I get the sense that you are working on a new way of expressing yourself. And I get the sense that this is us learning Zoom, learning how to do watch parties, connect socially on Zoom and have like cocktail hours. So this is a lot of air energy. I feel like there's a lot of technology involved. It's a page, so it's new, it's young, it's experimental, it's in the development phase. So I feel like this is us kind of adapting to this new way of socializing. This is communication. And I feel like this is us just adapting with the social requirements, the health requirements of social distancing, self-quarantining for those of you who need to do so, and then just being more mindfully aware of what's happening in our environment and why it's happening, right? I feel like our conversations are changing, how we're expressing ourselves, what it is that we're absorbing through the media, through the news, through social networking sites, things of that nature. There's a lot of communication going back and forth, even though we are home on our own, by ourselves, just with our family. But our conversations are evolving. Our conversations are increasing in depth and, in consciousness as well. All right, overall outcome is the Four of Fire. So Four of Wands, regular Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Did I say that correctly? Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Wow. But yes, so it's a Four of Wands. So I do feel like there is some instability in your home. and within yourself. And you may not be feeling very comfortable with who you are, where you are right now. It's because the energy is settling. There's a lot going on. Saturn moved into Aquarius. Some of the big planets are moving. So when Saturn is making their move, the Saturn will stay there for the next 35 years. So they just left Pisces, I believe, and now they're in Aquarius. So that's causing a major shift. Saturn is a planet of karma, so we are all starting a new cycle, a big cycle, a 35-year cycle. All right, so that's contributing to why we're feeling off with the energy. You have the Four of Fire reversed and Justice reversed. This is the energy just balancing out, and this is us really just getting used to our new normal and what that means for many of us. All right, so your bonus card was Seven of Earth. Yeah, so I feel like with Seven of Earth and with the Four of Wands, this is decisions. This is about you guys just taking a look at where you've been, where you are now, what do you have as resources, and how you're going to make things better, in the future. What choices are you going to make? How are you going to change your thinking? What will you do differently? Because we have been given a do-over, a reset. And this is unprecedented. So that's your reading. What do I want to do next? I feel like we need some oracle cards. Let's see. I feel like, do I want to use these? These are the Rebel Goddess Oracle deck. Haven't used these in a while. Let's see what the Rebels would like to say for us. But yeah, we have the full moon in Libra happening tomorrow. It's going to be a big moon, a pink moon is what it's called for April. It is a super moon, so it is all about balance. It is all about restructuring our values, restructuring who we are, renewing our sense of self. Yeah, I'm going to pull from the Goddess of the Moon Oracle as well, just because we do have a full moon. And I'm going to pull from Sacred Earth. Let's just see what comes out with Sacred Earth. Okay, so up first for your Sacred Rebel Oracle card is relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. That's kind of a mouthful. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Okay, and this card came in reverse. This is how it's coming in for you. I'm going to show it to you upright so that way you can read it and kind of take in the imagery. Yeah. So what I'm getting is surrender. Right? Again, this is coming in reverse, so I feel like there is an unwillingness, or there is some resistance to surrendering, and this is kind of mirroring what we're seeing with the transformation card, right? Because this is on your mind. Transformation is coming in reverse. So some of you, there may be some resistance about changing and flowing with the new dynamic, the new normal. But this image is showing a woman fully naked, being surrounded in loving light of spirit. She's vulnerable, she's feeling exposed, and she's crouched down, but spirit is surrounding her in that spiritual love and light. So we've got you, we see you, we're protecting you, we've got you. And she's looking up. I don't know if you can see it, but she's looking up, just like almost in an expression of gratitude. And she's just drinking in the energy of spirit and allowing this new wisdom to permeate her mind and permeate her being and permeate her soul. And she's realizing she doesn't need to run. I kind of see her almost in a running stance. She doesn't need to run from the problem, run for the situation, run from her past, because that no longer exists. She's being surrounded in love and light and protected to say, you know what? The past doesn't matter. Surrender, trust us, and we're going to guide you through it. So again, Pisces, this is definitely a call to awaken. This is a call to surrender and to allow the changes to happen. Okay? So your Oracle of the Moon Goddess card is the card of fruition, abundance. Yes, I feel like this can yield to a highly abundant time period in your life, Pisces. And I feel like if you allow the changes to happen, if you allow, new ideas to emerge and allow yourself to be creative and to create a new normal for you, it's going to yield, fruit. It's going to bear fruit for you. It's going to yield abundance. I get the sense that some of you are opening businesses. It could be like an Etsy shop. It could be a blog. It could even be like a healing service, but follow your heart, follow your path, follow the light, because yes, this is a very fruitful time for you. We have been gifted with the gift of time for us to work on these side projects or passion projects, the projects that are going to guide us towards our purpose in life. And it may not be what our 9 to 5 was, but this is something that Spirit has been saying, hey, you need to do something. And with our busy schedules beforehand, it's like, okay, later, okay, yeah, tomorrow or next week or next weekend, and it never comes. Well, now we have nothing but time in our hands, and it's time to get creative and bear fruit. It's time to get creative and allow these projects and allow our gifts to bloom and blossom. All right. And lastly, this is from the Sacred Earth Oracle, absence in reverse. It's no longer cool for us to be absent. This card is saying you have to be present today in the here and now. This is about beingness. This is about who are you in this moment. Doesn't matter who you were last week. It doesn't matter who you were pre-pandemic. Who are you today? Because what you do today impacts and affects tomorrow in the future. Again, we are being gifted with a massive do-over and a massive reset. It's time for us to get present, to wake up and say, all right, here's what I want. Here's how I'm going to be different. Here's how I'm going to be authentic with myself. Here's what I'm going to do with these projects. Here's how I'm going to be a better partner. Here's how I'm going to love you better. Here's how I'm going to be a better parent, a better friend, a better community member, a better fill in the blank. And you do that by being present. Can no longer get away with being absent. You can no longer be checked out. You can no longer be walking in a fog, unawakened. This is a time for us to wake up consciously and spiritually and be the change that we seek, because there is so much room for social change right now. I mean, geez, just read the headlines. And it's not just in the United States, it's all over the world. There's so many people and causes that need your assistance. Pick a cause, pick a purpose. Now is the time to innovate, create, and become entrepreneurs and really do things that matter to you, that really create that fire in your belly. The Ace of Fire is ready for you to ignite that spark. What are you going to do? Sorry about that. It looks like we got interrupted, but I was just finishing up a thought about the Ace of Fire. So it's time to really pick your cause and really find out what's going to ignite that passion in your belly, because it really is a time for us to be really focusing on things that truly matter to us. Yeah, and this could lead to different career possibilities for you down the road, right? I mean, so many of us are out of work right now. Could be a gift, a blessing in disguise, may not feel like it right now, but it can be a detour in the right direction. So something to think about. All right, so let's go ahead and check in with the Pure Love Oracle deck and see what's going on with feminines and masculines in the collective. Okay, so I usually pick 2 cards for the masculine and 2 for the feminine, and we'll just go from there. And even with this crazy pandemic going on with social distancing and so forth, people are still dating, love is still going on. It's just how we're adapting with the changes. It's not stopping. So what's going on? This is masculine to his feminine. Masculine would like to share to his feminine, we are not good for each other right now, and I'm not open to love right now. Okay. All right, so there's this one from masculine to his feminine. And feminine would like to share to her masculine, you are not open to love right now, and I am closed off to love right now. Okay, so it looks like we have a partnership that's in agreement. Let's see if I can show that. That neither masculine nor feminine are open to love right now. Masculine is saying that you both aren't good for one another. And you're like, yeah, you're closed off and I'm closed off. And yeah, so I think that this is, what I'm hearing is this is definitely a karmic situation that's run its course. I think you both have served served the purpose in each other's lives, to teach lessons, to expand that person, and for you to expand as well, and to receive the lesson that person was meant to teach you, Pisces. So it's time for you to say, all right, cool. It was great while it lasted. We had our ups and downs. But yeah, our time in each other's lives has definitely come to an end, and it's time to honor that separation and detach from one another and uncouple from one another and move on, because your person is coming in for you, for both of you. It's a matter of timing. It's a matter of how open you are to the possibility of someone new entering your lives, and what it is that you're looking for. You may be looking for someone completely different than whom you were just with, which is great, because maybe you're used to dating a specific type, and now it's time for you to shift and evolve in a different direction and consider other types, of personalities, of characteristics, of traits, whatnot, right? But I do get the sense of self. I do get the sense that when you come into your sense of self, really come into it, because everything is shifting. The energy is wonky right now. When you're settling within, that's when the person is going to come in. It's all vibrational energy. It's all vibrational energy. It's all law of attraction. All right. So yeah, that one's interesting. So what's next? Let's go ahead and pull from Nature's Whispers, and then we'll go ahead and conclude with an angel message, and that will be your reading for the month of April. All right, but please be sure to check out my website, awakenhealings.org. See what services I have to offer for you. Please feel free to comment below. Let me know how this reading is resonating with you all, and be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Yeah. All right. So, Nature's Whispers, Pisces, breakthrough. It's the number 8 card. Absolutely. I feel like this is a massive breakthrough that many of y'all are going through. Many of us are going through. This, like I said, this global pandemic had to be massive and dramatic for a reason, in order to get us all to wake up, to stop what we're doing, and to shift our consciousness. This is a massive breakthrough that we're all going through. It's a gift, We take a moment to look at it as a gift. Some things are difficult, and it's meant to be difficult in order to get you to change directions, in order to get you to open up, consider other options, in order to break you open and to expand. If it was easy, none of us would be awakening, none of us would be expanding, none of us would be, up-leveling ourselves. It's meant to be hard for a reason. Breakthroughs are messy, they're difficult, they're challenging, and sometimes painful, but the gift on the back end is worth it. Fruition. All right? This is going to yield, this is a very abundant, fruitful point in time once you allow this breakthrough to happen. Okay? And your message, your angel message, is coming in from Teresa. Time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself, Pisces. Look at that. It's time to stop and take care of yourself. So breathe, be kind to yourself, do what feels right for you. It's okay to put yourself first, make yourself a priority. We need that in order for us to recenter, reground, and heal ourselves so that way we can show up for others. We can't show up if we're burnt out or if we're just frazzled and done, right? That's not helping anybody. So take some time out for yourselves, Pisces. All right? All right, that's all I have for you all. So it's big messages coming through. Check out the weekly woke videos, or those are done every Sunday for the week. It's a collective message. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Please comment below. Let me know how these messages are working with you. Let me know how you're doing throughout this massive ordeal. Check in. Let me know. Stay in communication and contact. And yeah, I'll see you soon. So take care of you all. Love you all. Bye-bye.